You know, most of the time when I head out to make a video for the day, I have a pretty clear idea of what I want to make a video about. Like there's something new I want to show you, something cool I'm excited about, an idea I got, or we're on a trip or travels or whatever. But every once in a while, I get a hankering to do one of these kind of day in the life, hang out with me videos, because I think that I live in a pretty interesting and unique place, living here in Orlando, Florida, really close to Kissimmee, in this touristy area, where part of it is like big, huge theme parks and attractions, and part of it is this weird 90s time capsule. And I love living here and hanging out here. So today you're coming with me to do a hangout with me, day in the life kind of video. I don't know where this is gonna go, but I know we're gonna do some fun and wacky stuff. And we're starting here on Highway 192 to get coffee at one of my favorite local places, so let's go. All right, so I got my chai, London Fog latte actually, from XO Coffee. This is one of my favorite local places. Honestly, most days we just make our own coffee at home, but when I want something different or extra or cute or themed, this is a great place for it. And I can always count on them to have something seasonal and for the holidays. They have a bunch of really cute sounding Valentine's drinks. But I love this one. So this is called the London Fog Latte. It's Earl Grey tea with lavender syrup, house-made vanilla syrup, and steamed whole milk. You can get, obviously, alternate milk if you want. But Earl Grey, hot, lavender, it just tastes so good. It's just a vibe, I like it. But it is smack in the middle of this area. And a lot of this area feels like it is stuck in a time warp. Like it is stuck in the 90s. And I just kind of love it. So let's vibe with it. Like this Pizza Hut here, it looks abandoned, but it's not. It is open and it looks like a total time warp. And it is. Another thing that just feels like such a throwback to the 90s are the mile markers on the side of the road and these bus stops. Just the way they're painted, their design, everything about them just reminds me of that 90s feeling that this area had. And so much of it does, like the architecture, the buildings, a lot has come down, but there's a lot still there that has the same vibe. All right, I had to stop at the Big Wizard gift shop, otherwise known as Magic Castle gift shop. This place is iconic. There are two of these wizard gift shops actually in this area. There's a giant mermaid. There's tons of giant buildings all painted up with like dolphins and Florida iconography and cool stuff. And these harken back to an earlier time of tourism here in the like Orlando Kissimmee theme park area, and also just in the United States in general. We went on our big road trip a few months ago across America. We saw so many cool things all around the country. And you'll see these, like a lot of them are out west, but they're everywhere. Like giant dinosaurs, giant round domes, giant structures that are meant to make tourists say, what in the world is that? Want to pull over, want to go inside, and want to spend money and hang out and explore. And that is exactly what these are for, and they still work, because I'm telling you, the parking lot has been hustling and bustling since I pulled in. People are going in, people are shopping, and every once in a while, I like to go in myself and see what they've got. So you want to take a look really quick inside, just really quick, and like see what they've got? Let's go. course, now this has been featured in films, and there are a lot of different associations. All right, that was so fun. They have so many good deals in these shops, and they're all pretty similar. Like, you can get a lot of theme park merchandise, like licensed theme park merchandise. As far as I know, it's licensed for really, really low prices, like $10 shirts and t-shirts and plushes and all sorts of cool stuff. And also, like weird Florida souvenirs. There's a lot of stuff in here that's reminiscent of things you'd find like in the Florida Keys and in Miami. And since I was born and raised in Miami, it just feels like home to me. I love seeing all this. And it also reminds me I live in this amazing place, Orlando, but not just Orlando, because like Miami, there's more than one Orlando. And I live in the tourist part. I live in the like wacky gift shops, theme parks, and I like it that way. So this just gives me like nostalgic, wonderful feelings. And I don't know, I love it. I love the little stars he has in his hands too. So yeah, super fun to look in the gift shops. I love to do it every once in a while. And I don't know, it just makes me happy, and it's a fun way to spend an afternoon to me. So let's go look at some more wacky stuff. There's something about Old Town Kissimmee that just makes me remember that feeling of sweet relief of moving here from Miami. I'll tell you the story real quick. Old Town Kissimmee on a weekday when it's not packed with the old music, like 50s music playing, is such a weird vibe. But let me tell you a quick story, a little story time. So yeah, I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. I've lived in Florida my whole life. I've been visiting the Orlando area, Disney World and Universal and stuff like that for as long as I can remember. But it was always something I had to do like on weekends, summer vacations, obviously because I had school and work and stuff like that during the week. When I started my YouTube channel, I was working full time in education. A lot of people have asked me like, what did you do before YouTube? So I've always been in not-for-profit and education. Some of you know this, and some of you can probably tell. You're like, you were in education, weren't you? Yes. So that's why I love like sharing things that I love and talking about things that I love and like educating, but like obviously theme parks is different. It's more like edutainment. Point is, I've always loved living in Florida. I am definitely a Florida girl. I grew up going to the Keys, like coming to Orlando. So everything from like back in the day area feels nostalgic to me still, even though I was coming here after that and I live here as an adult. I've also always loved fairs and carnivals and rides and that vibe too. In a nutshell, love living in Florida, love the theme parks, love wacky stuff like this. I love the weirdness of Old Town. There are definitely things here I don't love, and when it's super packed on a Friday or Saturday night, it can be very overwhelming. But I just love this like surreal feeling of being here when it's kind of empty on a weekday. But anyway, I always wanted to move from Miami to here so that I could stay in Florida, stay near my parents and my family and stuff, but like be closer to doing the things that I love to do. So eventually I worked it out with my job that I was working from home, so I was able to move here. And I was working from home at first when I moved here for a long time, and like going to the parks on nights and weekends and stuff like that, and happy as a clam, loving it. 2020, right? Yeah, 2020 happened. You know what that means, don't you? We all know what that means. The shutdowns. That's a whole story in and of itself too. But my point is that when I did first move here from Miami, this is the rental car place that we rented a truck from. Well, actually returned the truck to. Actually, the place that I got the rental car from in Miami, when I showed up to the budget, I had booked in advance the smallest truck that they have, like a tiny one, because I only had a few things I was bringing. And when I showed up, they were like, oh, all we have are the big giant ones. And I was like, and they were like, sorry. So I was like, I had to drive the biggest, most giant budget rental U-Haul, whatever truck in the world from Miami with like white knuckles shaking on the road. Yeah, Sam helped me. Thankfully, he was there to help me every step of the way, which is amazing. But yeah, it was quite an adventure. And this is where we came to return the giant, scary, like no power steering, like there was power steering, but like it just felt You know what I'm saying. That truck, that giant truck, I returned it right here. And when I got here, I was like, I did it. Like, I moved here. I'm so happy. Like, I'm in Florida still. I'm just 4 hours away from my parents and my family, but I'm where I want to be and where I belong and where I absolutely feel like home. So Old Town will always hold a special place in my heart because that feeling was just an amazing one that I will never forget. And every time I look at it, I just remember that. I'm like, I'm home. Like, this is where I live. This is where I live. And I love it. Fun. So you can ride these rides. And what we've done before, we do have a Fun Spot America season pass. Actually, I don't think we updated it. We should update it. But sometimes they have deals and stuff. But you can get a fun pass where you can ride everything and all the rides at Fun Spot next door and stuff. Or you can just pick individual rides. It's a little pricey, but you know. So like I said, Old Town on a Friday or Saturday night is crazy, crazy, crazy packed. Like you can't even get a parking spot. But on a weekday, look at this. I mean, part of the reason you come here on the weekends is for the vibe. So to be fair, there's that. But if you just want to come here to have snacks and look at all the weird stuff, I mean, a weekday, baby, there you go. There's like bars and pubs and restaurants. There's actually some good food in here. Look at this cool old school general store sign. I just love it. Gotta tie my shoe. This store, the Black Market Minerals, has some of the funnest, coolest stuff. Like beautiful jewelry and gems, and it smells like incense, and it has a Zoltan. Wow. If there's one thing about me, I love crystals and gemstones and geodes and like just anything. I love all of this. Guess I'm a little bit of a hippie at heart. And this is where you can pay to do the prospecting out there. I'll show you. Oh, hello, ibis. Yeah, they have so many beautiful things here. And you can do this, you can do the mining thing. You pay, and you get one of these, and you put it in the water, and you can get like gems, like a bag of gems and stuff. And these are really fun. Outside of Ma's Moonshine, we got Ma's porch. It looks like Ma's not home right now. I think one of the reasons that we've fallen in love with Pigeon Forge, Tennessee also is because it kind of reminds me of this vibe, but like pumped up by 100 and in the mountains. Obviously we love the Smoky Mountains and the nature and all of that too, but like, and it's very different. Like I love Florida, this is my home, where I grew up, but I also love Tennessee. But the moonshine and the mining with the big water things, it also reminds me of that too now, so it's fun. It's like, I think I just like quirky, kitschy, weird tourist attractions. It's good to be multifaceted. So right over there is Fun Spot. It's like connected, you see, and there's like go-karting and a bunch of rides and stuff. One thing you can get here is the self-proclaimed coldest beer in America. And on a hot Florida summer day, there's nothing better. Daiquiris. So this totally reminds me of New Orleans. Like in the touristy parts of like the French Quarter and stuff, you're gonna find all sorts of these places and people can walk around with like a big daiquiri, a big drink. And you can do that here too in Old Town. You can walk around with beer, drinks, all of that. So that's a unique feature also. There's tattoo shops and shooting alleys. This one's always fun. I like to see what they change in here. Got Mater, the Harry Potter sorting hat here. And Shake with Uncle Sam. Speaking of Sam, me and Sam played this. I think last time we were here. It was pretty fun. It is credit card only. How much is it? 3 games for $5. All right, I'll play. All right, let's do this. There's so much stuff in here. Okay, here we go. Card approved. Oh my gosh, I better hurry. Okay. Oh, I did something. Can you see it? You did not see the chicken, did you? Dang. All right. There we go. He laid an egg, finally. Okay, I got something, but, oh, that was way up there. I think I have to go way lower. Oh, yes! Woo! That's the only one I wanted. Wait, I could actually just, oh, do I still have a minute or no? Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. All right, I got the Mater and I got the chicken. That's what I wanted. I do feel like the targets are a little off, but I did my best. Well, the shooting arcade in Magic Kingdom is closed, but if you still want to play one that does a lot of weird effects, there's one here in Old Town. And one of my favorite things in Old Town is Morton Manor coming up here. It's right next to this big bar that totally reminds me of Key West. So Mortem Manor is a year-round haunted house. I've done a few videos on it where they've kindly allowed me to film inside. You're not normally allowed to. And I will link that video so you can see how fun and cool it is inside. It is 2 stories. They're playing New Kids on the Block in there. It opens like in the afternoon, and when this thing opens, there's a cool area in here with animatronics and stuff, and you have to check the hours because it's only open at night, but they have a store next door, post-mortem gift shop, that is open during regular hours, and it is so cool. So we gotta look in here. Oh yes, okay, Interview with the Vampire, yes. The new AMC show. It's so good. I know. So they have the coolest stuff in here. They have Disney, they have Universal. They're watching Interview with the Vampire. This show is freaking amazing. You gotta watch it. They have so much cool stuff in here. A lot of the like cute horror shirts you've seen me wear out that you ask where did I get them? I get quite a few from here. Look at these. How cute. They have so much cute stuff in here, and they cycle out the inventory. Like look at the cool masks. It's like year-round fun, spooky vibes. So cool. So cool. Oh my gosh. Just want to like watch this now. I just want to sit in here and watch it. Oh my god. So good.
So how long are you in town for? Yeah, I'm just from 1912 to 1917. I made a mountain of money, but in the essential ways, the executive in charge.
Jackie ghosts. Oh, so cool. I love it. Like, are you kidding me? Some of you know that I'm a huge Anne Rice fan, and if you don't know, then now you do. If you haven't seen my New Orleans video where I go to the Garden District and like show locations from the books and stuff, check that out. But AMC has kind of taken over they call it the Anne Rice Immortal Universe, and they have a show about the Mayfair Witches and a show, Interview with the Vampire, but it's like reinterpretations of the stories. They're very different than the books, but I think the interview show that they're doing is fantastic. It's so good. And I'm being quiet because it's on in here. Vampire Fangs. Thank you. Okay, awesome. It's so cool in there. It's so cool. So you can get a little taste of spookiness and horror and stuff in there all year round. They may be playing a fun horror spooky show or movie on the TV. And the people who work here are always super nice to chat with. It is like so in like the super touristy, wacky, weird old town area. Somehow it just works. And I know a lot of my fellow theme park fans love spooky stuff and horror and stuff too, so highly recommend. Amazing shop, very cool, and definitely Mortem Manor if you want to do a haunted house and it's not spooky season. Yeah, I would do it right now if it was open, but they only open at like 5 or 6, so I'll probably be out of here by then. But we'll come back and do it again soon, and I will link the video that we did after it was most recently updated that shows some of the inside. It's so fun and so cool. Actually, they open at 6, but they're not open on Tuesdays, and today's a Tuesday, so there you go. I do want to show you though, because it's so, I love that this exists, you know? Like, yeah, again, a year-round, 2-story haunted house. And this weird touristy thing here, right near the theme parks. So yeah, fun. There's cute homemade ice cream. Oh my gosh, they even have legit Barbies in here. Wandering around is really fun. It's like a retro shop, and the register is a big blue Chevy. It's so cool. Look at the floor. The checked floor is so cool too. Of course, you gotta have Marilyn and Elvis too. Honestly, this is also a great spot for photo shoots. I have seen actually a bunch of people in here in cute outfits, like cute retro outfits with old-fashioned cameras taking photos in here, and I'm like, yes, that is the way. And it's literally connected right here to Fun Spot. Like, it's Old Town and Fun Spot. They are right connected to each other. And I love how this looks like a jukebox. And you can walk in for free and look around. You only have to pay if you want to do the rides and stuff. So that's fun. Mind blower is the coaster in here. Oh, is it gonna run? Squeaky squeaks. Oh, that is a loud squeak. I don't feel like the squeak was that loud when I rode it last. And they have a lot of very wild rides here. like the big tall spinning ones and the big tall swing and stuff. Jeez, it's like the brakes. Squeaky squeak. Maybe the prices have gone up. $129.95 for a season pass. Ooh, there's some construction going on here. Looks like they're building some new stuff. And look at how cute, a Valentine's Day backdrop. They usually do a little Mardi Gras thing here too. That coaster really screams. It screams. Whoa. Oh, wow. Now, obviously, we have Disney World and the Universal Orlando theme parks and all sorts of cool things here in this area. And I am a pass holder to all those things, and I love them. And I bring you videos from there very often. But once in a while, I just want to do something different. And I love the wackiness, right? Why, yes, I do. I'm Enthused crew. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, how cool. And sometimes I just like to hang out and look around at this stuff because it makes me happy. I don't know. Am I nuts? Maybe. Sky coaster? No, thank you. Absolutely no, thank you. Oh, look at this. Oh, the swings. Oh. I don't think, is anyone, oh yes, someone is on them. They go up very, very high. Very, very high. Look how high they go. Oh, wow. It's so beautiful out today. It's just nice to be here. Just for a little stroll. I feel very lucky that this is where I get to walk around and have a stroll. And it's a free activity because you don't have to spend a penny here if you don't want to. Now you can. There's a lot of expensive, pricey things to do here. And they are fun. And some are worth it. Depending, what you're looking for and what you want to do. It can be fun to come here and just spend a bunch of money and make a bunch of memories and take pictures and do silly things. But it's also nice to just walk around, take in the atmosphere, feel like you're somewhere fun with stuff going on everywhere for totally free. Free 50, free 95. They're just free. Fun. Now, one of the things that Old Town is famous for is the car events. And these will be all filled with like retro and vintage cars and cars that people work on and soup up and stuff. And you can come out on Friday or Saturday nights and see that if you're into cars. It's fun. Why are they playing these nostalgia jams? I don't know, but the song just makes me think of Ghost. Aw, but yay Demi Moore for winning. Oh, that's so cool. An award for her movie, like so good, so amazing. Yay. Just train of thought, random train of thought. Since we started the day with a local coffee place, I want to end the day with a local boba place. This place was recommended by a friend. I haven't tried it yet. I love like boba tea, like boba milk tea, like all sorts of boba tea. I really, really like. So let's try it. A nice, refreshing boba tea to tie this day up with a bow. Tie this day up with a bow. Sus because I wanted to just get like regular boba milk tea, whatever, with like regular tapioca pearls, but they were out of tapioca, like bubbles, pearls, whatever, that you normally put in boba milk tea. I wanted just regular boba milk tea with tapioca in it. That's like the standard, but they didn't have that. So I got the chai and with lychee popping bubbles. Weird combo. I'm gonna try it. It's good. I started with a chai, so I figured I'd end with like a chai. I mean, it is good. Alright, anyway, I know this is definitely not my usual kind of video. Every once in a while I do like a hang out with me day, and I try to do different stuff, like get some local coffee or something and hang out around the stuff that is around like my home where I live, you know? I started this channel to like bring you with me to do stuff that I find fun. I started it when I lived in Miami, and I would do stuff there and do stuff here. And I still bring you with me to Miami at least once a year for a visit, and also travels and road trips and all sorts of stuff. And I love doing all the variety of stuff, as you know. But just every once in a while I have this hankering. I'm like, I just want to do like a normal, like a chill day in the life, but like not normal, because where I live is not normal. Now don't get me wrong, we do normal stuff. We go to Aldi and Publix and go shopping and do normal stuff. But like when I go to Publix, it's got a huge Disney section. When I go to Target, there's a humongous, massive Disney section in there. Everything around where we live is filled with theme park stuff. And I love all the kitschy, weird, wacky, touristy stuff too. Like, it's almost like there's like multiple Orlandos, you know, there's like downtown and Lake Eola, and there's like Winter Gardens, and like there's Claremont, and like all sorts of different areas, and they're all very different, and they're all cute and have their own little ways of being, and I love to explore them all. But closer to home, like closer to the theme parks, is where I live personally. So like that's where I hang. And I really do like to, some days I'm like, Sam, let's go to Old Town and just walk around. And sometimes I just go by myself while he's working on his videos. By the way, for those who don't know, Sam is Expedition Theme Park on YouTube. He's amazing. He works really hard in his videos. They're amazingly researched and like really interesting topics. And he always finds an interesting story in there, like a story to tell. He's great. He's great at what he does. So he works on a different schedule than me, and he's working on his videos and I'm doing mine. And like then he comes with me to do stuff, and it's a lovely harmony. We have a beautiful home office. We have updated it since last time I showed it. So I'll give you a quick look at my side, at least, because I love my side. I'm very proud of it and happy with it. There's always little tweaks I can make, of course, but I love my home office. And that's where I'll be editing this, and that's where I edit my videos. Unless we're on the road, then I edit in hotel rooms. But that's only on like big road trips, like the one we did. But as for me, for now, that was a day. That was a chill day, hanging. For now, I'm gonna go home. Sam cooked us dinner. Sam is a wonderful cook. I love his food. He cooks everything. Steak is one of his specialties. He cooks steak so good, like better than out steak. Sam, you know, my husband. Yes, we are married. I love him so much. He's an amazing person. Thank you for everyone who also loves him and shows him love. But yeah, tonight we're having like chicken and veggies and rice dinner. Simple, easy. We mostly eat simple at home. We try to keep it, you know, healthy and fresh as possible to balance out the times that we're out eating like theme park food and stuff, which I honestly try to keep to a minimum, like, because it is just not sustainable to be eating that way all the time. Let's be real here, folks. I'll like sprinkle it in as is appropriate when there's something I'm excited to try and show you. Anyway, I know I put questions out there about a Q&A, and I got hundreds of responses, like hundreds, between the community post, the Instagram story, and the Facebook story, because it like automatically posts to a Facebook story. Hundreds of questions, but I noticed there were like overarching categories that people wanted to know about, and I think I talked about some of them today. I think I addressed some of that today, a little bit of my backstory and like where I come from and like what field I've been in and like what my education is like. It's all been in like sociology, anthropology, education, not-for-profits, like that field. And I've always loved theme parks and weird stuff too. So there you go. But there is still more to talk about, so I will like move forward with more talking about that stuff and sharing more like that too. Just let me know what you think, and thank you for being here with me. I'm so grateful to have the Enthused crew hanging out with me, you awesome people, for all the different kinds of stuff we do, and accepting me for who I am, and I accept you for who you are too. So feel free to let me know what you think. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sending you all a ton of love. I'll see you for the next video. And until then, as always, stay enthused. Bye.